In a busy village filled with dreamers and builders, there lived a young man named Rayon. Rayon was full of big dreams. He wanted to create, to travel, to build a life that mattered. Every night, he would sit by his window, looking at the stars, imagining all the great things he would one day achieve. But every morning, reality felt heavier. His dreams remained dreams, beautiful but distant, inspiring but untouchable. He started many things with great excitement, but somewhere along the way, the excitement would fade, confusion would creep in, and his dreams would drift further away. Rayon didn't lack ambition or passion. What he lacked was structure. He didn't realize yet that dreaming is easy, but achieving requires a plan, a clear, simple, and disciplined structure that turns wishes into reality, step by step. One day, feeling frustrated after another abandoned project, Rayon visited an old craftsman known for building the strongest bridges in the region. He poured out his struggles, explaining how his dreams always seemed too big, too messy to turn into reality. The old craftsman listened quietly, then handed Rayon a small, simple blueprint, a sketch of a bridge. "Dreams are like bridges," he said. "Without a structure, they collapse under their own weight. You must break your dream into steps, just like a bridge is built plank by plank." He continued, "First, define exactly what you want. Then, break it into clear, small milestones. Set a timeline. Build a habit of showing up every day, no matter how small the effort. And most importantly, trust the process, not your feelings." Those words struck Rayon like lightning. He realized he had been trying to leap across a vast canyon with no bridge, no plan, only hope. Maybe success wasn't about being faster or smarter. Maybe it was about being organized, patient, and intentional. Before we continue, ask yourself, how often have you felt this way too? Stay with me. This moment is where everything starts to shift. The next morning, Rayon sat down with a notebook and started doing something he had never done before. He chose one dream, the one that mattered most to him, and broke it down. What did success look like? What steps were needed to get there? What obstacles might appear, and how could he prepare for them? It wasn't glamorous work. It wasn't exciting like dreaming under the stars. But for the first time, his goal began to feel real, tangible, possible. He set tiny daily actions, simple, manageable tasks that built toward his dream without overwhelming him. Some days he could only take a small step, but that was enough. Little by little, the impossible dream became a clear project, and the clear project became daily effort. Rayon discovered another truth. Motivation could fade, excitement could vanish, but a structured plan would carry him forward, even when feelings failed him. Success wasn't about feeling inspired every moment. It was about doing the next right thing, over and over, until the dream he once only imagined was standing right in front of him. As weeks turned into months, Rayon's small, consistent actions began to build visible momentum. He realized that each task, no matter how small, was like a stone in the foundation of his dreams. Some days were easy. The excitement of progress pushed him forward. Other days were hard. Fatigue, doubt, and boredom tried to slow him down. But the structure he had built, the daily habits, the clear milestones, kept him moving even when emotions wavered. He also learned an important golden rule. Dreams without deadlines are just wishes. So, he kept setting short timelines for himself, not to create pressure, but to create focus. Deadlines turned dreams into real priorities, not distant fantasies. Rayon noticed something else too. By breaking his goals into clear steps, he no longer feared failure the way he once did. Failure wasn't a final defeat anymore. It was simply feedback, information that helped him adjust the next step of his journey. Each setback became a lesson, and each lesson made him stronger, more prepared, more unstoppable. The more Rayan stayed committed to his structure, the more he realized that dreams were not distant miracles. They were the inevitable result of disciplined work. His confidence grew, not because everything was easy, but because he saw himself showing up day after day, regardless of the obstacles. He understood now that building a dream was not a straight road. It was a winding path filled with unexpected turns. But as long as he had his structure, his clear steps, his daily actions, he could adapt, adjust, and keep moving forward. People around him began to notice the transformation. They admired his progress and often asked what his secret was. Rayan smiled, knowing the truth. There was no secret. There was only commitment to a simple system, repeated with patience and faith. Dreams are not achieved in bursts of inspiration. They are achieved when vision meets structure, when desire is paired with discipline, and when each ordinary day is treated as a building block for something extraordinary. Years later, as Rayan stood on a hill overlooking the projects he had built, the dreams he had once only imagined, he smiled quietly. His journey had not been a sudden leap, but a slow, steady climb built on thousands of invisible steps. He realized that the world is full of dreamers, but few are willing to build the bridge between vision and reality. He had learned that the real magic is not in dreaming bigger, but in structuring those dreams carefully and walking toward them relentlessly. Success wasn't about luck or talent. It was about creating a system that made progress inevitable, even when motivation disappeared. Rayan knew now that dreams are not achieved by wishing harder. They are achieved by building smarter. And now, ask yourself, are you still waiting for your dreams to find you? Or are you ready to build the structure today that will carry you all the way to them?